guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a little get ready with me using all the products that I pulled in the Makeup Basket Monday series. These are the products that we're going to be using today, so we've got a bunch in here. So let's go ahead and get into this because I'm going to try to make my videos for get ready with me a little bit faster. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually hydrate my skin because I have not put out anything hydrating on my skin yet. So I'm going to use the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer in SPF 47. This is actually a pretty good moisturizer. I like the way it feels on my skin, and it has an SPF, so that's really important for me. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this before or not, but I actually had a really bad skin cancer scare one year at the beach. We were there at the beach and I thought that I had a good enough base tan that I didn't use any sunblock the first day on the beach. Really smart. And then I decided to just go have fun with the kids. Well, that evening I started feeling really, really hot, and I went to throw my purse on my shoulder and I was like, whoa, that really hurt really bad. And all of a sudden I realized that my entire shoulders, my entire body pretty much, was covered in those little water blisters, so it was really scary. Now I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. So yeah, I was really scared. I was panicking. I was Googling what can happen if you get that kind of burn, and everything that was on the internet said that now that you've gotten a burn like that, you're more likely to get skin cancer. So I was really scared. So ever since then, I make sure I use a sunblock. Every time I do anything, I use a sunblock. I know that you really can't turn back time on something that you've already done, but I don't want to cause any further damage, and I certainly don't want to end up with skin cancer. So prevent it if you can, and well, actually you can prevent it as long as you can. I think you can prevent it. I don't know. I don't know. Let's be honest. We really don't know if we're preventing it or not by using all the SPF and stuff that we do. I hope we are. Now I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock It foundation. I was going to use the MatchCo My Perfect Complexion foundation. This one has my name and everything on it, but the reason I'm not going to use this, it doesn't match my skin. It doesn't match, and I was like, whoa, I look really orange with it. So I don't know what happened there, why that didn't match, because it's supposed to match your skin the way that they do their process and everything, but it doesn't. It does not match me whatsoever. Got too much on my fingers here. I probably went a little ham with the Kat Von D. Kat Von D is a very full coverage type of foundation, so probably didn't need quite that much. But that's alright, we'll get it to work. Who are we kidding? My face could use some full coverage. All these little acne goo-goos, doo-doos. This isn't really even matching me that well either. Nice. That's alright. We'll get it to work anyway. I'm having not a good foundation week. And I have this dry acne spot on my cheek, my upper lip right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but oh my gosh. It got so dry. It looked like I had a booger on my lip. It was so disgusting. I was like, oh, that's lovely. So I kept hydrating it with stuff and everything, but now it's not quite as crusty looking, which sounds really gross, but let's be honest. We all have those issues when you have acne and all of a sudden it decides to be a monster on your face instead of just an acne spot. So I don't know if you guys can tell a difference in the settings. I changed the camera settings on my camera because I know a lot of people were complaining that my camera was auto filtering or something like that, and I don't know what the heck it was doing, so I've changed the camera. So hopefully it's not auto filtering now, so now you can see my skin. This is my skin, so I don't know why the camera did that. I did not set it like that. I had no idea that you could do your camera like that, to be honest with you. So evidently it can though. So just so you know, your camera can auto filter your skin, and I had no idea that it was doing that. So I apologize for anybody who was really mad at me about that because they thought that I was trying to be fake. But believe me, there's nothing fake about me. I'm going to tell you like it is. So this is my skin. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I've gotten so confused. Okay, I need to start with the eyeshadow. That's what we're gonna do. I wanna start with my eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the Naked Basics 2 palette here. I'm gonna use that to, actually I need a primer on my eyelids. See, the video is probably not gonna be faster. I have no idea. I need to get my stuff together here. Actually, I'm gonna use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and this is in the shade Painterly. This thing is amazing. I don't know how long these things are supposed to last, but mine has lasted. I got mine actually in Mexico. I think we were leaving Mexico. We were in Cancun last year, not last year, not 2016, 2015. So we were in Cancun and we were at the airport and we were getting ready to leave, and I was like, I saw a MAC store and I was like, hey, let's go see what they have. So I went in there and they had like a little set of stuff, and so I got this, and there was a couple other things that came in the set. I don't remember what all came in the set, but it was a couple other things, and I really love that product. Like I said, it's lasted me forever. I still like to go over it with a wet beauty blender sometimes, not every time, but I just feel like it kind of smooths it out a little bit more. Trying not to make me look more aged than I need to look. I mean, I am getting really close to 40, so more closer to 40 than I've been for a while, right? More closer today than I was yesterday. So anyway, all right, now we're going to go in with the Naked 2 Basics palette here. If you've never seen it, it just looks like that. It's nothing fancy or anything. It's just a basic palette, I guess. But it's perfect for, like if you don't have, if we're gonna use a crazy palette today, so it's perfect for that type of thing when you want something to, like a supplemental palette. So we're just going to put some of this on my eyelids. We're using the shade Stark. Stark on my eyelids. Stark Naked. So, how was your weather this week, guys? We did end up getting some snow, which was fine by me because we didn't really have a really bad winter or anything. So for me, it was fine. I didn't care. Now I'm gonna go back into this Naked Basics palette. I can speak to, I promise. I'm gonna use the Luxie 235 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade, I don't know if I wanna go into Frisk or Cover. Let's go into Cover. Let's go into there. And we're just gonna put a little bit of this in the crease and kind of blend it out a little bit. We're not going for a professional eye look today. I'm just trying to hurry. I've got to get to the grocery store. Got so many errands to do today for some reason. I feel like I put my errands off and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I've got 1,000,002 things to do. So I need to get to the grocery store. Our kitties need some food. Our doggy needs some food. They all have some food, but like they have none for tomorrow. So gotta get them ready for tomorrow. I'm one of those, like, I buy way too much of food most of the time, and this time, I don't know how, but I think maybe we've been overfeeding the kitty cats. Probably that's it. And we do have a bunch of fat cats, so that might be the problem. Got a bunch of fat cats out there. Okay, so, sorry guys. I feel like I've been getting sick, so hopefully I'm not. Now I'm going to use the Urban Decay Naked After Dark. I was going to call it the Naked Basics. It's not a Naked Basics. So here is what it looks like on the inside here. You can see it's got all these beautiful, beautiful colors. But I'm just going to pop one of these onto the lid. I'm not doing a crazy look today, like I said. We can do a more in-depth review on this. I will be doing a more in-depth review on this. But for today, I'm just going to go for something kind of simplistic. So I'm going to go up here to Scene, and I'm going to put a little bit of that onto my ring finger. And I'm going to just pop that onto the lid here. Just a very simple, easy, everyday look. And do the same thing on the other lid here. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. The camera, the way I've got it set now, hopefully it's working fine. Okay, so there is what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's on my lid. Now I'm going to actually go in with a little brush. I'm going to go in with this little, I think they call these pencil brushes. I'm going to go with this pencil brush over here to alter. I'm just going to tap around in there a little bit. And I'm going to just put this on the inner corner and then also the actual like tear duct area. Just to give it a little bit of highlight. Go into alter again, inner corner just a tad, and then into right here. So that's pretty much it for that. Now I'm going to go back into the Naked Basics palette and I'm gonna kind of carve out my crease a little bit better. Just a tad. I'm gonna go, I'm using this Beauty Junkies Pro Blending Brush. So I'm gonna go back into Cover and just gonna tap some of that off and just kind of build up the crease just a little bit more on the outer parts here and blend it out. Not going to do much more to the lid because I kind of like the lid just, it's like an everyday easy look. I almost went into the wrong color. I almost went into Primal. I think that's called Primal. Yeah. Primal Naked. I think these colors names that they come up with. I know a lot of people don't like some of the names that Urban Decay comes up with because lately they've been coming up with names that are like names that have to do with like illegal type of products, so which I don't blame people for not liking that. That's not very cool of Urban Decay, especially because a lot of teenagers like to purchase these products, so Not sure why. I think it's necessary to use these bad names. Now I'm going to go with my Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I'm just going to put a little bit on my eyelid here. I suck at like anything to do with eyes. I'm not really that great at, so hopefully you guys weren't coming here for a tutorial. We're just coming here basically to talk. This is our girl time. We can just chat, or guy time, whatever. We can just chat. Oh, my hand's like really unsteady today. I'm trying to rest it onto my cheekbone to help to steady it up a little bit, but not sure it's helping much. Go back in and try to clean that up a little bit. We'll probably have to do some cleanup because this is like bleeding for some reason. Can you see the liner bleeding out a little bit for some reason? I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, so let me reach back here and grab a Q-tip because we got to get ready for when I do mascara, because we all know Tiffany can't do mascara. So got a little Q-tip. I think these Q-tips are so cute. These are like the Ulta Q-tips. They have like a little rounded end and a little pointed end. Just so cute. Now I'm going to go back in with the AfterDark palette, and now I'm going to use a flat shader brush just to kind of clean up my imperfections. So I'm going to go back into Scene here. Scene. Dip that onto my flat shader brush and just try to clean that up a little bit there where it's kind of that liner bled a little bit for some reason. So there that is. And then the same thing over here. It really bled on this side. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but it really bled right there in the corner. So we're just getting some cleanup time. Clean up on all three. Now, it's not really even that clean still. You know what? We're just going to the grocery store. I'm not going to worry about it. I seriously doubt anyone at the grocery store is going to be like, whoa girl. Whoa girl, whoa. Okay, now I'm going to use this Naked Basic palette again. I'm going to go up to Skimp. I'm going to tap into there with this little brush. And I'm just going to kind of highlight my brow bone. I probably should have done brows first, but you know. That's alright. We'll get it done. Alright, now I'm going to put that down. I'm going to actually start working on my... I don't even know what I want. I can speak. Okay, so I'm gonna work on my mascara quick. So I've got the BareMinerals Lash Domination mascara here. This mascara is really, really good. I love this mascara. It's very, very lengthening, very, very volumizing. This is like one of those mascaras that if you have issues with like short, stubby lashes, you're gonna love it, because I know I do. So I know a lot of you guys have been giving me tips on mascara, and I've tried some of them, but to be honest, I've just decided that I'm just not good at mascara, so it's okay. It's okay. Oh, see, because we're gonna get it on my eyelid. We're gonna get it everywhere. But you know what I've always said though, you guys, that I am not a makeup artist. I am basically just a mom who likes makeup, and I like to try things out and let you guys know from an average everyday person's perspective how these products work. Why is it one eye always does better than the other? Like, I feel like this eye does really, really good and this one does like crud. I don't know why that is. You can build this mascara up though pretty good. I feel like it builds up really well. It doesn't get flaky or anything, which is really nice. So that, I know I've had some mascaras before that get really dry and crusty, so then you really can't build them up. And this one does not do that. Like, you can build it up definitely for sure. So there's that side. I'm trying to go slower. Maybe that's what I need to do. Slow down. Stop trying to speed race through it. Oh. Doesn't help my mirrors. Okay guys, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I think we got cut off. I think my battery died. Well, I know it died because I just changed the battery. I changed the battery and then I'm not sure where we cut off at. I was putting mascara on and I was cleaning it up and happened to look up and realize there was no red dot, and I was like, whoa, I think we're not recording. So anyway, we're back to resuming putting the makeup on. I did go ahead and clean up my mascara, so it's off my lids now. That looks good. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the Benefit Ka-Brow. I'm going to use this to do my brows really fast. and we're just gonna dip into this little pot here. I like this little tool here. I think it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to, oh, don't go down so far. Goodness gracious. We don't need Groucho Marx brows. I like that it just kind of gives a little color, but it's not very wet. This is not a very wet formula. It's more of a drier formula. Really do like that. And you can kind of add to intensity to make them darker, or you can make them lighter. You can kind of build it up to whatever intensity you want on your brow, so that's pretty cool. Now go to the other side, do the same thing. Flick it out a little bit here, try to give myself some brows where I don't have a brow. And continue. Give myself a little tail here. I do very fast brows. I'm not precise with my brows. Honestly, I'm not precise with anything when I do with makeup, to be honest with you, because I just feel like for me it's more for fun. I don't feel like I have to be a perfectionist. I need to go grab a brush here. Oh, we need the spoolie thing here. I had it in the drawer. Forgot I needed that. So spoolie these out. I know a lot of people spoolie them first. I spoolie them afterwards. I don't know if you're supposed to do it like that or not. But then again, makeup is personal. You do however you want to. You don't have to follow any guidelines or rules or whatever. It's however you want to do it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to use is this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So this is not going to help to conceal. It kind of does. I can't really say that. It kind of does. It really just brightens up underneath your eyes. I like how the brightness it gives. So I just tap a little bit under there like that. And then I'm going to just tap it in using the warmth of my fingers to get it to like melt into my skin. That's the best way I find to put concealers on, is using my fingers, because I feel like the warmth of your skin really helps to melt it into your skin. I feel like it looks better. That just looks nicer, I think, than if you didn't do that. I think then your skin just looks a little bit, I don't know, it just looks kind of cakey, in my opinion. I mean, you can do it with a beauty blender too. A beauty blender works just as good sometimes. I just feel like with a thick, creamy product like this, you definitely want the warmth of your fingers. So it did do some brightening. I mean, my eyes look a lot brighter already. I really don't need to use a concealer now. I feel like I could probably just get by with using this, and I think that's what we're going to do today. I do have the where's it got? The NYX Got You Covered primer here, not primer but concealer, and this is really, really good. If you are looking for something that's comparable to the It Cosmetics one, I'd say this is a pretty close dupe. It's very thick. You only need a tiny little bit, and it goes on kind of like I just did the Becca. You want to use the warmth of your fingers to put it under your eyes, that way it kind of melts into your skin better. But I think it's really good. So now I'm going to actually just set that. I'm going to use this little brush here. Hopefully it doesn't have anything else on it. I'm going to wipe it off quick. I have the Royal and Langnickel contour brush. No, we're not going to contour with it though. We're just going to dip into this Laura Mercier powder. This is the powder that Influenster sent me. They sent it to me complimentary so that I could kind of review it for them and then let them know whether or not I feel like it's a good product or a bad product. They don't care if I say it's bad. They just want to know, hey, was it good or was it bad? They're not going to judge you either way. You're the judge when you get sent these products. If you're not signed up with Influencer, I highly suggest you do it too. They send you free stuff just for you to try out, and all they want is just your opinion. So anyway, that's set now, and it looks pretty decent. Now I'm going to go on to my blush, and I'm using the Nars Unfiltered 2 palette. So here is what it looks like on the inside. It's so pretty. I love these colors. These colors are gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to use my, whoops, I didn't have my mascara all the way shut. That's a no-no. I'm going to use the shade down here at the bottom. It's like almost like a purpley pink shade. I'm going to use that. I'm just going to dip my brush in, tap off a little bit. And I was watching, I think it was Tarte's video, where she was saying that you should use the blush just on like your cheekbone area and then go up. I think I was going down pretty far with it before, so I'm going to try that. She says it kind of like lifts, kind of like gives you like almost like a facelift. So I was like, okay, I could use a facelift. So we're just going to do it like her way and see how it works. And you just kind of lightly feather it. I don't think she takes it up like this like I do. I just like it up into my temple area. I think it looks good that way. But you do it however you want to do it. You do you. Now we're going to go in with our highlight. I'm going to use one of the Too Faced ones today. I have the Blinded by the Light, and I also have the You Light Up My Life. So I haven't done a complete review on these yet, but I will have a review up on these very, very soon. I can tell you I'm not in love with the formulation. They kind of get hard pan like in here, like really easily, because it's like a baked gelée type of formula, which means there's like, it's like a big product that's like, I don't know, honestly, I have no idea. I just know that's the formulation type. I've heard Stephanie Nicole say it, and I know that this is the type of formulation that it is, but for some reason it does get hard pan for some reason so easily. So when you get the hard pan, it comes off beautifully on your fingers, but I just feel like it doesn't come off as good on your skin. So I'm using the Elf highlighter brush, and I'm just going to tap into the You Light Up My Life, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this onto my cheeks. I don't know, I feel like the color is, I don't know, I'm feeling a little mad about it. It's good, but it's nothing that's like, your highlight is popping, that's for sure. Your highlight is not super popping with this on. It's fine. If you want a poppin' highlight, use the Alchemist palette. Now this one, you can get a really poppin' highlight. Let's go ahead and use a little bit of this. Let's use the Blue Sapphire over here in the corner. This can give you a banging highlight. I mean, like, you get a much better highlight using this. I just think that for the money, I think you'd be better off to buy a palette for, whoop, don't get it all so far up either. I'm gonna take it down the bridge of my nose just a little bit, under my lip. And then now we're going to actually go to the bottom of my eyes and kind of blend out some color under there. I'm gonna go back into the AfterDark palette. So now I'm gonna use a pencil brush, and we're gonna do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're gonna use this Paralyzed color here. All these colors are very, very pigmented. They're very, very nice, to be honest with you. I really love this palette. I can't wait to use it more in the summer. I think this is gonna be perfect for the summer with these bold, bright colors. I really like it. So I went like kind of neutral on the eyelids itself, and now I'm going in with like a pop of color on the lash line. Couldn't think what it was called. Did you hear me? I was like, now I'm gonna blend that out just a little bit. I'm gonna take my pencil brush and just blend some of that color in. And do the same thing over here, blend. I think it looks really good though. I really like it. My under eyes are kind of creasy today for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the powder. So let's try to smooth that out, or if it might be the Becca. I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't smooth out the Becca as smooth as I thought I did. That's a good possibility. Okay, so now all we have left to do is my lips, and we're done, guys. So now I'm going to use, what am I going to use today? I think we'll use the Nars Bound lip color. So here's the Nars lip bound. Nars lip color in Bound. I like to kind of like outline my lip a little bit first, and then go up. My hand is so nervous today for some reason. Too much caffeine, probably. Probably too much caffeine. Caffeine overload. Okay, so there is my lips, and pretty much this is, actually, you know what? Let's put a little bit more of that blue. I really like that blue. I want a little bit in that corner at the top. How about you guys? Do you like that blue too? The blue just looks really nice. So go back into Paralyzed using another pencil brush. I don't think it's the same pencil brush I just had a while ago. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in the corner here, kind of bring it down with the other on the bottom lash. I'm just really liking that color. So I'm gonna have to blend that out a little bit because it's looking a little bit too concentrated. So we'll just get a little blending brush here in a second, and we'll blend a little bit of that out. I really like that color though. The color is really, really pretty. So let's blend it out some. Where's the Beauty Junkies one? Here it is. Beauty Junkies. Now I'm just going to blend it up a little bit like that, just to kind of mellow out the color a little bit. But as you can see, those Moondust After Dark. What are these called? I thought they were called Moon something. The AfterDark palette you can use with your fingers, you can use with your brushes. Either way it works. So anyway, this is the completed look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, have you been using your products that you're pulling each week too? Let me know, are your products doing good for you? Or are they failing for you? Like my MatchCo type of product did not work so well for me this week. The color's just off. It might work better in the summer, maybe when I have a better tan. But you would think with a company that actually is supposed to be matching this to your skin, it should match. But it doesn't, so. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.